Hello everyone, we're back with another video. It's been a little bit, but we've been busy running around, and now we've got a funky game with a very interesting opponent, or ICC, the Grandmaster Fab Seed. I don't think he plays anymore. He strikes me more as a crypto gazillionaire. Very accurate and very solid. German GM Fabian Doettling. What a cool name. And what a cool dude. And also, you had a little bit of a hot temper, as I remember. So he'd get a little upset, like if he got smoked or something didn't go his way. You know, he seemed like a very strong front runner. Maybe he won the World Open at some point. Okay, let's get into it. We had a standard, solid Queen's Gambit declined. Oh joy, this is really going to be epic. And I say, why would anybody choose to play like this for black? I have no idea. Because it's just so easy for white to get smooth development, and there doesn't seem to be much counterplay. Sort of just holding on, draw out the game, and maybe you get some equal stuff, and then you outplay your opponent in the end game because you're a genius and you know everything about pawn structures, and you're gonna outtempo me some way. But we're not having any of it, so we're just gonna continue developing. And rook c1. Who knows why I wanted to do the rook c1? Does anybody remember Bosko Abramovich? They have the coolest names. Dragolyub Velimirovich. Any Dragon Barlov. I don't know what they're doing over there, but they build them strong in Yugoslavia. I don't know what's in the water over there. You go to Serbia, Croatia, and all these countries, they strong. But okay, the point is, and I saw this happen to some poor guy. I think it was Bosko Abramovich, where someone had a bishop on f4 in a position like this, and the dude went a5, trying to get some space, and then he got hit by knight b5. Now, if the bishop's on f4, you can't take the knight because bishop c7 traps a queen. And I always remember that because I saw it young and wanted to get it off on somebody. I was hoping he'd be Doettling, but he's too clever for me. So he went back to f8, knight e5, knight d7, and now we're just straight trading everything off. And I always feel like these are a little bit better for white. It's tiny. You know, you're playing black and trying to equalize, so I understand his method. But, you know, you get this minority attack, and you break down the b5 pawn, you go knight a4, and the whole point is b4, b5, right? Of course, you can't do it now, but that's the main idea, is you weaken the c6, and you go and you have a little target. It's not much, but it's something to grab onto. So, bishop d6, we go for the plan, and we take back this, and we go here. Now, there are some methods. I assume a6 is a method, but he knows his stuff, and he went for this. Now, I have seen this before when you have like a knight on d6 or something, and you can plunk it on c4 and close the c line. But to allow me to just be able to dump a rook on c5, or even through knight e2, knight f4, bishop somewhere, and knight d3, knight c5, or knight e5, there seems to be a lot of holes in this position. But you know, we don't question the Doettling. We just continue. So a4, I think is a very sensible move to break down the chain. Of course, he shouldn't take on a4 because then the c6 weakness is very clear. So he defends himself, and we move around. Shake and bake. Rook is coming on c5, and then maybe we'll move the queen up and put the other rook. This is very fluid. So queen d6 and queen b3. And bishop f5. Keep hope alive. And rook comes on this natural square. And he takes this. We're not worried about this. We're going to sidestep. and then we're going to trade, and we're going to come back, and we're going to hit this guy on a4. I'm not worried about this pawn scooting down. It's just these double pawns, they ain't going nowhere. So queen c3, he takes, and a5. Rook b8, queen a3. Now, why queen a3? Queen c3 is also seems to be even more sensible because it stops a5 in its tracks, right? And queen c3, you can't play a5 because we just manja. And then we'll come rook a1 and we'll manja the a4 pawn. We'll have all kinds of pressure building. This knight on e7, it's really not happy, right? It's kind of just doing some c6 defense duty in like not much else. It's super flexible. So why this move? Why this move? Queen a3. What's the idea? You should think it's very deep. If I do say so myself. Nasty trick. a5 is coming, right? You got to think prophylactically. a5 is coming. It's a devious trap. Devious trap. All right, hold on a second. Get your ice cream. Chill. And this shot here is for Peanut. That's private, inside joke. So he did it. And when we took this one, it's very nice because rook a5 seemingly pinning the I can't move away, right? So what to do? And this is nasty. One little simple. Well, don't freeze on me now. You cannot freeze on me now, Mr. Doettling. What you gonna do? Oh boy, was I happy when I made this move. Do you understand what's happening here? He can't eat the queen on a3 because rook b8 is mate. He can't take the rook because the queen on d6 is hanging. And if he moves away the queen anywhere, I eat the rook and I eat the knight on e7 is free. These are the benefits of spending 20 years in the park. It doesn't come with a lot of benefits, but this is one of them. You get real sharp when you have to make that rent money. Real sharp. To collect those $2 and move on. So I was really happy. He instantly resigned, by the way. So that was a very cool trick. I could have gone queen c3, right? Which is a very natural move, but we understood what was what Black's plan was, and that this was a devious shot. Incidentally, it might not be completely lost, because it is a shock. It is getting hit by a bolt of lightning from a clear blue sky, and so I understand he gave up, and he's a purist. So I appreciate that he didn't make me have to go. If this was the modern age and chess.com, some idiot would just try to flag me by any means necessary. But he's a respectful, grandmaster who liked this. But he could just give me the knight and play a3 and play on. But it is lost. It is lost. I really enjoyed this shot. And then, yeah, that's what we have. So we played solid chess. I think there was something wrong with this b5 move. Gave white clear advantage, at least clear plan to start piling up pressure on the C line. All right, that's all I have today. I think it's the evening, but we're gonna have coffee anyway. All right, everyone, take care.